Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The Thunderdome here in Santa Barbara. We get ready for the Thunderdome Classic, and we'll kick off with Kansas State and UC Santa Barbara. The Gauchos, who are hosting this weekend, receiving votes in the top 25 poll, and Kansas State looks to hand UCSB a loss here at home for the home opener, while the Gauchos look to hand Kansas State their first loss of the season alongside the great and grand Nicole Lane-Tain Welch. I'm Max Kelton. This is what your Big West volleyball standings look like through non-conference play. You can see UC Santa Barbara sitting in the 3 spot, but a hot strength of schedule, including a couple of ranked opponents last weekend.
Yeah, the Gauchos really have tested themselves going into the conference season, and they're playing a lot of tough teams. They're getting challenged, and they went toe-to-toe to 2 great teams this season, and on the road at USC and playing Creighton, who has been very, very good.
Well, here's Ava LeGrand, the quarterback for this Kansas State team.
Yeah, Ava LeGrand does everything really well. She's a complete all-around player. She's running a 340 offense, which is phenomenal. She's 6th in the nation in assists per set, and also she's 2nd on the team in digs, but also has 1 block per set. So whatever the skill it is, even though she's running the offense, she's good at everything.
And Jason Mansfield's group has set up the speed a little bit this season. LeGrand has run that offense to a T. On the other side of the net, keep an eye from one Ava to another on Ava Travis. The 6'1" redshirt sophomore for UC Santa Barbara, one of the best attackers in the nation, the 2024 Big West Freshman of the Year. Travis and the Gauchos take on Kansas State, UCSB in the light jerseys, Kansas State in the dark, and Anaya Clinton with the first kill of the afternoon for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Clinton has a high jump here on the outside. She went high through the seam of the block to find the court on the first swing.
Courtney Youngblood sets out of system for McDermott. No hands found. Kansas State with an early lead.
Yeah, Brenna Schmidt did a nice job of getting a good block on the first play there to put UCSB in transition.
First points of the day for the Gauchos. So Milan Rex is the starting center for UCSB, and you see Jordan Johnson getting in on the action a little bit. Johnson, the 6'1" freshman in the middle, has already inserted herself well into this lineup.
Yeah, she's really come alive, being very impactful in the last 3 matches against really tough competition, and we see her again there with getting that pushback on the block.
Off hands, and the Rover can't get there. Kansas State 3-1.
Yeah, Clinton's doing a nice job of going high off the block.
On the end line for Kansas State, Anaya Clinton. Youngblood on the serve receive. Rex searches for Travis. All money with the kill. High on the left side, right near the pin. Travis is so lethal.
And she just explodes off the floor, and can get to a high ball, a fast ball. It doesn't matter, and she can put some pace on it as well. She is a finisher.
Courtney Youngblood on the serve. And Travis solos it right back where it came from. The offense leads to defense for Ava Travis.
Well, she definitely finished that play with that great block of getting over. Her timing was perfect. Really nice job to press.
Graceful as ever, and we're level at 3. Here's Youngblood. Great job to recover after an offhand pass.
Yeah, K-State was out of system, and Myers just did a great job with that set. That's a hard ball to hit coming across her body a little bit from off the net, and that was she took a big rip at it.
She's had some high efficiency numbers as of late. Shaylee Myers out of Lincoln, Nebraska. We know that's a hotbed for volleyball talent. Elon Rex back over to Travis, off of high hands and popped up high by Sims. Youngblood lays out for it. Travis, cross angle shot, caught a body and down.
Nice swing by Travis in the transition play. Gauchos are getting a lot of touches off the block, but their block seems to be slightly early. I'm just used to going at a little bit faster pace. They're going to have to be a little more patient on that block.
Have to be able to recycle there too, and they do a nice job finding Travis, finding the hot hand. That'll be the story all season long. First, the home crowd sees of Ava Ostavar as well. Myers sneaks it by, and it stays alive. Travis in rhythm but strong. It goes back to Kansas State.
Yeah, you mentioned Ostavar. She's a freshman coming in, setting in the 6-2 for the Gauchos, so she'll be in for these 3 rotations. She, along with another freshman, Gabby Martinez, coming in on that right side with her.
And Martinez, right on cue, gets the kill.
Martinez, only a freshman, but she has a very high IQ, and she just did a smart shot there, just off the block, finds the opening with a tip, and it's hard to score with a tip, and she just did.
The Katy, Texas native has been a nice addition for this Santa Barbara team. That caught high hands at the net, point over to Kansas State, 6-5 Wildcats. A little bit more on Gabby Martinez, part of the AVCA Phenom list. An offensive player of the year in back-to-back seasons at Cinco Ranch High School. And you'll see her and more first years for these Gauchos running at 6'2".
Well, there's a rip from Martinez right there. So she's played most of her prep career on the left side. So she's switching over to the right side, playing on the opposite for the Gauchos, and she's taking some, that's a really nice rip on your non-dominant side.
We know how important it is to be able to adjust at this level. That versatility comes in so key. Dick back to the middle. Shaylee Myers finds the floor.
It was just out.
A little too strong, that is. Home opener here. We're still getting into the flow of things. Gauchos now with the first lead. That one caught the line. Kirsten Schmidt with the kill.
That's a great spot by Schmidt. Out of system, getting that set from her middle. She turns and finds the corner.
Kirsten Schmidt, familiar with this Kansas State team after 3 seasons at Iowa State. On the other end, let's talk about Leanna Green, the ace for the Northern Iowa transfer in her 2nd season with UCSB.
Yeah, that was a short serve that was almost untouched there. What great location on that ball.
Picked up well by Green. Schmidt to the corner, but a little strong and out wide. That ends a 4-0 scoring stretch for UC Santa Barbara. A much needed side out here for K-State.
And I like that Schmidt went for it there. You know, she took aggressive swing out of system, wasn't far from missing the tops of the hands.
Schmidt over high hands. LeGrand, back door. Kansas State now starting to find a bit of a groove through Reagan Fox. Redshirt sophomore in her third season, coach.
Yeah, Fox did a nice job there. That ball's left a little inside. She gets to it and tools the left side blocker.
Martinez is denied. A bulldozing block for the Wildcats. We are back at even.
Clinton's off to a very nice start. I think she's got 2 or 3 kills and then perfect timing on that block to just house Martinez.
So a 3-0 scoring stretch for Kansas State. make it 4 in a row.
Yeah, Fox gets the solo block on that one. She followed her player slightly inside the whole way.
Kansas State back in the lead here, first set. Too much sauce on it from Kaylee Pong. Level at 10 early on as Milan Rex checks back in. Kansas State 4-0 coming into the match. All 4 wins have come in the minimum 3 sets. The Gauchos have grinded out some grittier matches themselves early on in this non-conference slate.
Yeah, they've both experienced quite a different past couple of weeks, right? The Gauchos have been challenged a lot, long matches. K-State's just been rolling over teams. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams collide and how they handle each other.
We'll see if the stamina really comes into play today. Caught fingertips, and Travis just couldn't pop it high. Both teams with a low attacking efficiency, and that was the MO coming into this game. Both of these sides are some of the best defensive units in the nation.
Oh, definitely. K-State is holding their teams to 8%, where the Gauchos are holding them to only 18, and both of those are low numbers.
So here is Rex. Another block recycled through. Kansas State now working it well. Youngblood bumps it high. Rex. Schmidt dumps it over, and the Gauchos earn the kill. So it's a smart play on the misdirection from Kirsten Schmidt. Doesn't try and do too much.
No, they got a great coverage out of it, and she makes a really good decision here to put in the short tip over the block. It's something we hadn't seen yet in this match.
Blocked again! Jordan Johnson delivers.
Emma McDermott and Johnson up on this block. Really good timing. I'm sure that's one that the K-State really wished that they could cover because it did come off kind of slow.
Johnson's been stupendous in her time with UCSB this freshman campaign. Milan Rex. McDermott with a hard right-handed cut. Kept alive by Kansas State. Gauchos moving well. Right back to McDermott. This time it falls through on a marshmallow swing.
I think the Gauchos are finding a good combination of some strong swings and adding in that tip to try to keep the defense off balance.
And part of it might be that home court advantage. It's the first match at home for the Gauchos this season. First match on the road for Kansas State. Youngblood lays out for it. Rex to the middle. And there's Jordan Johnson once more.
That was an exceptional dig by Youngblood. What a wonderful up to transition kill to Jordan Johnson.
Last year she led the Gauchos in digs and keeps that one alive as UCSB takes an early lead. First set, stay with us. More to come from Santa Barbara. We welcome you back here live in the Thunderdome. Kansas State trailing UC Santa Barbara. The Gauchos receiving votes in the top 25 poll. Had a couple of tough pieces of competition last week down south in Southern California. Played USC and Creighton, two top 20 teams. and ultimately would take a 4-set win over San Diego, receiving votes in the top 25 poll as well. Gauchos pouring it on early. UC Santa Barbara in search of Travis, who winds up but is denied.
Now the set on that transition ball, their serving is creating their opportunities, but the set was a little bit tight and maybe not the best decision to go hard into that big block that was set up on her.
Little patience works wonders in a situation like that.
Yeah, and you might need to revert to that tip that we've seen score a couple times in that scenario.
Travis keeps it alive. McDermott flies it over. Here come the Wildcats. Out of system for McDermott once more. To the corner, it stays high. Good communication from UCSB. Travis finds another point on a broken play. She's able to execute. Take another look.
She had to take a step back to get a jump and swing on that. That's a really nice job of Ava to give herself in position to get a good swing on the ball.
Travis with her third kill of the evening. On the right side, Brenna Schmidt buries one.
Oh, that's the first slide I think we've seen tonight. A really nice run there by the Wildcat offense, by Schmidt running this slide right behind her setter.
Another Nebraska native, her 4th season with the Wildcats. Last year as a junior, over 100 kills. This season, one of the best blockers in the Big 12. But nobody's going to block that ball from Emma McDermott.
And that was a little bit different look from the Gauchos. They brought Emma McDermott inside on that back ball, and she catches the blocker a little bit late going into that cross-court swing. Good change up there by Milan Rex to run her on that.
Between McDermott, Ava Travis, there's so much talent on this Gaucho team. Youngblood pops it a mile up. Schmidt on the bump set for Travis. She rolls it down. What a pretty placement.
And that was a great decision. You know, we talked earlier about maybe one poor decision. What a great decision on that ball. The ball's coming from such a high point across in front of her, and she finds a high line roll to hit the floor.
All right, let's stay with you here. Let's talk about it a little bit. Now, Coach, I remember waking up, feels like it was yesterday, and I would come to the Thunderdome, and you would be on those sidelines. Ever since, Matt Jones has now taken over. He's in his 3rd season. But what have you seen from Matt in building this program after your departure?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that remain the same, the style of offense and the things that you're trying to run. And I think that we both really like explosive athletes to run a fast offense. And if that means being a little bit undersized, you're going to take that. But they also have some bigger athletic players coming in, and that's great to see for the Gauchos going forward.
Yeah, and they're really targeting Ava Travis on the offensive side. We know how big the efficiency has been for you, has been for Matt's teams, and you know, I also spoke with Chad Gatzloff, the assistant coach for Matt Jones this season, and he just raved about the talent that this Santa Barbara group has top to bottom. There's so much depth this season.
Absolutely. They have depth in every position. There's, you know, tough battles to get on the court to play, and it's just going to make you better as a team. Every day in practice, you're going against that good of a player across the net, and they have options, and they have great athletes and, you know, great people in this program.
Well, there are players last season who were getting some serious run who really haven't seen the floor this year.
Yeah, there's definitely some good young talent that are pressing people and out there on the floor right now.
Including Travis. That's picked up well. Just couldn't straighten things out. Anaya Clinton, the rover on the back line, unable to dig it high.
And that's Travis's 5th kill already in this set.
Well, what else is new? She's averaging just shy of 5 kills a set. And we're getting into the latter half of the first.
Wow.
She does everything.
Travis with a great block deflection, and then Leona Green was ready to hop on that immediately for the score.
Right place, right time. Green buries it down. Myers with a laser beam to the end line.
Nice high swing from Myers. She had a big block in front of her, but she just went tops of the hands deep in the middle court.
That brings Ava LeGrand back to the end line here, running one of the most effective offenses in the Big 12, and with that, the country. Straight through the seam and down. Travis has her 6th.
Yeah, that was a great pass set attack. Schmidt had to get on the floor to get that pass up to her setter, and Ostover got in there and delivered a quick ball to Travis.
Now at the end line. Travis goes long with it. First error from the service line tonight for the Gauchos, who lead by 6 first set of action. Leanna Green elevates high over the line and down.
Really great to see Ostover get Leanna Green going early. I know the Gauchos, they know they have Travis for a lot of kills, but getting a little bit of balance, more people involved.
Ostovar knows how to win, a 2023 Max Preps High School National Champion. But she comes off right now. Oh, pardon, she's still on the middle right there. Number 19 for UCSB. Buried, roofed, nowhere to go.
Jordan Johnson with a big block. That was a late close, and she got there on a fast set. Really impressive blocking by the freshman.
Also, first we really see of Sophie Rivas.
Yep, Sophie's in here in the front row.
Kansas State responds through Reagan Fox. She's been the silver lining so far through this first set for the purple.
She's come on strong their last couple of matches. They seem to be using her a little bit more and more, and Foxman's has been effective on that backswing.
Ostovar outside. There's that trusty Rivas swing.
That's an experienced player for you. She's 4 years in the program, just comes in off the bench and makes a perfect pass and kill, all in the same rally.
Sophie Rivas sends us to set point. Remember, Kansas State hasn't lost a set all season. That got the Wildcats on the serve. An ace to win the first, and the Gauchos handily take a 1-0 lead in their home opener. Matt Jones and company feeling pretty comfortable right here in the Thunderdome. Don't go anywhere. The Thunderdome Classic continues right after this.
The Cottage Health app is now available. Schedule appointments, view lab results, connect with your care team, and more. Download the app on Google Play or the App Store.
The word Malama translates to taking care. We Malama the land that feeds us. All of that energy that's being put in the ground gets transferred into food. It allows us as a people to thrive as well.
Learn how you can Malama Hawaii at gohawaii.com/malama.
The road to the 2024 Men's Volleyball National Championship runs through the Big West. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship, April 18th through the 20th on the campus of the University of Hawaii. Catch America's premier men's volleyball conference in a battle for an automatic berth into the NCAA tournament. Visit bigwest.org for more information. America's best play in the Big West. Don't miss the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2025 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship, April 24th through the 26th on the campus of the University of Hawaii. Be there as 6 of the nation's elite teams battle for a conference title and a top spot in the postseason. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at etickethawaii.com or call 808-956-4482.
Back to Santa Barbara, we are live, headed to the second set of action between Kansas State and UCSB. Matt Jones and the Gauchos off to an early lead. Ava Travis dominated that first set on the offensive side, and the Gaucho block is alive and well.
Yeah, I mean, Ava coming up big with 6 kills, but what I like about the Gauchos is they have 5 other players with 2 kills apiece. So there's a lot of balance there by committee, and so offense is coming at K-State in all directions.
Well, what's interesting about UCSB is it's a collaborative effort out of system as well. Only one player for Kansas State has an assist this evening, of course, Ava LeGrand. But for the Gauchos, they have 6 different players with an assist or more.
Yeah, I mean, the Gauchos are in that 6-2, and they have more hitters at the net all the time. But I do think that UC Santa Barbara put a little more pressure on the Wildcats with their serving as that game progressed, and as Kansas State got a little bit more out of system, struggled to find the floor in their attacks as that set went on. So it's going to be interesting now to see how they respond. This is the first time they've been really challenged, and how do they come back in this?
The Gauchos played a tough San Diego team last week and out-aced San Diego 7-0. Tonight, 2-0 in favor of UCSB. That serve-receive has been a crucial part.
Jordan Johnson just sneaks that one by a little bit low on the set, but she got just enough of it to get it inside of Schmidt's block.
And both teams have sped up their pacing on the offensive end. Sometimes it takes a little adjustment to catch that tempo, but UCSB has really adjusted well.
Clinton high hands again. She's been money on that shot.
Anaya Clinton has been the go-to for Kansas State this evening with a team-high 4 kills. She's now at the service line, the junior out of Midland, Texas. Gauchos will take it back on the side out. These two teams played last year on September 19th. The Gauchos went into Manhattan and took a 3-0 victory. Gotta imagine Kansas State in search of a little revenge. Ava Travis into hands.
That was LeGrand there on the block. She does a really nice job as a setter. I already mentioned earlier she has 1 block per set, and she comes up big with that one right there.
Ava LeGrand is such a multifaceted setter as well. Height at the net, runs the offense well, communicates like no other. McDermott blocked again. Big wall for Kansas State on the right side.
And they were ready for that inside ball. That was the ball that McDermott scored on the last set, and this time they had a nice double block. They weren't fooled. They were all over her.
Cadence Lundgren at the heart of that block. This time, Leona Green attacks Lundgren and gets one through.
Yeah, Leona Green with a little give and go. She passed that short ball and gets the set and puts it away. Playing doubles.
Leona Green has been so efficient today on the offensive side of the ball, just staying calm out there, making the right reads. That's what you expect out of your vets.
Absolutely, yeah. She's an older player on the team, a ton of experience, and she has that all-around game.
LeGrand back to Myers. Youngblood pops it high. Ostavar and Martinez. Oh, a little freshman connection for your liking.
Absolutely. I love Martinez created this opportunity with their touch on the block to get that transition, and nice sharp swing over there that went high off into the stands.
Martinez coming off a career high 10 kills against University of San Diego last match. Met in the middle, and Ava LeGrand will get that point.
LeGrand had a double block on there, and she got that one just inside because the Gauchos were ready for it, even though they didn't execute it.
Just snuck it through. Sometimes that misdirection catches the front line off guard, but UCSB was ready. LeGrand just executed better. What a save! And Leona Green couldn't close it out. Free ball makes its way over, out of system for Martinez over high hands, and it stays alive. Myers, that caught bodies and nobody could get to that ball.
That was a pretty good touch off the triple block, but the ball ended up going right smack in the middle of the court, and you just need effort on that. You need to go, and it's easier if it's the keeper players coming through and taking that and letting your setter release.
Kansas State with the early lead in the second set, reminiscent of the first set we saw today before the Gauchos would pull away.
Myers with the high hands corner swing. She really did a nice job of hitting a high flat ball off the tops of the block.
Shaylee Myers so effective as of late, second in the Big 12 in kills this season. Leona Green dumps it through and finds the donut hole. Green now 4 for 5 on chances this evening. That brings Ava Travis to the line. Big West all first team honor last season in her freshman campaign. Gauchos even things up at 6.
A little miscue there. Myers going for the sharp tip on that, just missed it.
Tough serve from Ava Travis, really tough to handle, but Kansas State handles it well. Ostavar back to Travis, a fastball right into the strike zone.
Now Courtney Youngblood with a great dig on this play, right up to the setter. She had every option possible. I love the quick in the back row. That fastball caught Kansas State off guard.
That tempo from Travis, so clutch. Then she comes back with another brutal serve, handled well and tracked down for the Wildcats. Ostavar into the middle, and Leona Green buries one home.
Yeah, Leona Green is showing her range. She's done a couple of cutback swings, and this time she goes power to her right side, beats the block in that direction.
A little bit of a scoring stretch for UCSB. Travis can't handle the heat. That ends a 4-0 scoring run. Kill from Myers on the outside. Shaylee Myers, her team high 5th kill of the evening, hitting just 200. Kirsten Schmidt sneaks it through the crease.
A great pass by Ava Travis there. Really good speed from Ostavar on that set out to Schmidt. That's when you're in system and everything feels right.
And Schmidt has seen this Kansas State team. Last year, she had a career high 4 aces against Kansas State. She caught the block there. Martinez tries to track it down. You gotta appreciate the hustle, but the point certainly to Kansas State.
Yeah, and that's Fox now with another kill on the right side. She's getting some good one-on-one looks, and she's taking advantage of them.
By far the most effective of any offensive player for the Wildcats this evening. Had a career high 11 kills against NC State a weekend ago. Kirsten Schmidt way over the block. It stays with the Wildcats, and Schmidt reaches back for it. At the heart of this play, through and through, Jordan Johnson ultimately puts it away.
Yeah, that was a great hustle job on the Gaucho side. The ball comes up to the net, and Jordan Johnson just takes care of business. Cleanup crew there.
Johnson, a multi-sport athlete. 3-time all-conference selection in volleyball and women's basketball at De La Salle High School out of St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yeah, she didn't even play a competitive club until this last year. She was in smaller clubs before that. So really great athlete, multi-sport athlete, and now honing in on volleyball skills.
Yeah, more about Johnson, what I find impressive, I can hardly say this. She wants to pursue a career as an Air Force engineer or an atomic physicist in quantum computing research. I didn't know that those words went together.
That's incredible. That's
unbelievable.
Awesome.
Johnson keeps it high. She gets it back, and Kansas State now on the move.
And guess what? You've got Clinton with a high hands kill right off the top of the block. She's scoring at will on that. So one of two things need to happen. You either need to block a little bit lower at her so she can't go off the high hands, or you got to bring those hands back a little and slow it down.
Between Clinton and Shaylee Myers, the two each have the highest total attempts of anybody on the floor this evening.
I think Schmidt dropped her hands on that one, and so she didn't have him to hit off of and finally missed long.
And with that, the Gauchos now have Schmidt at the end line. Again, 4 aces against Kansas State last season with Iowa State. That was a career high. That accounted for half of her total amount of aces last season. She's been a good pickup from that Iowa State squad. Spent 3 seasons with the Cyclones, and now in her first year with the Gauchos, despite the service error.
She's a really good all-around player, does a lot, passing, defense. Oh my gosh.
Travis couldn't win the joust.
Well, I thought she had won it, and then Courtney dove and touched that ball.
Looks like they gave the point to UCSB here.
I don't know how.
Yeah, and they maintain that. We might take another look at that. Youngblood pops it to Schmidt, who reaches back forward and finds Travis free. Myers dumps it over, and the Gauchos on the move. Travis barrels it through, picked up by Kaylee Pond. And the kill for Shaylee Myers. A nice rally for Kansas State to level things at 12.
And a really good finish from Myers there. Just a little chop shot into the cross court. Really good wrist control to find that open area.
Emerson Van Lannen at the line. Nearly gets the ace. It pinballs around. Van Lannen keeps it alive. Milan Rex in search of Travis. Nice dig, another joust.
And a net violation. You had LeGrand there getting a little bit of the net.
Tough to stay patient when the ball's right at your fingertips.
Yeah, I thought actually the Gauchos had good patience early in the rally when they were a little bit scrambling to get back in it and just focus on defense.
Figure these are two teams looking to crack that top 25 any day now. Kansas State remains unbeaten heading into this afternoon. Diving stab, a joust won by UCSB. What is that, another net violation?
Yeah, LeGrand pushed that ball down and got part of the net. And she was really aggressive with it and would have actually won the muscle side of the joust, but she got part of the net as well.
But Travis has now been credited with 9 kills this evening, hitting .358. We're not even halfway through the second set. Shaylee Myers answers right back on the outside.
Second time now I think that Shayla Myers has scored in that corner, getting her own bit of high hand success.
Ava LeGrand will get us back underway. Youngblood on the serve receive. Ava Travis laces it to the line.
She's been pretty automatic on the right side there. That was a great pass set hit.
Well, why don't we take a quick breather? The Gauchos in the lead halfway through the second.
Hey guys, there's something I want to talk to you about. There's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes. Isn't that where the dog beds go?
Yeah.
And no matter how perfect things are now, and you don't want them to change,
It'll be fine.
yeah, that's all I'm saying. I told you it'd be fine.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
Welcome back to the Thunderdome. UC Santa Barbara snapping necks and cashing checks. Big lead for the Gauchos in the first set. Here we are halfway through the second, and Santa Barbara leads Kansas State 15-13. UCSB has relied heavily on Ava Travis, who has already reached double-digit kills. And the Gauchos hitting .357 for this match. That comes against one of the best defenses in the entire country.
Yeah, we talked about the defense of both these teams, but in this set alone, Kansas State is hitting 300 and the Gauchos are hitting 375, so they're really putting on an offensive show for us.
Kansas State looking to find rhythm and groove. Youngblood pops it high. There's Schmidt to keep it up.
Oops.
And Travis on a rare miscue.
Yeah, we'll just forget about that one. But a great dig by Courtney Youngblood.
Well, Kansas State might not want to forget about it. Maybe they use it for a little bit of momentum.
Exactly.
Haven't seen too many errors for the Gauchos this evening. Unforced errors, that is. And Kansas State, the Wildcats have now tied things up 2 points straight out of the timeout break.
Yeah, Ostavar came off the net a little bit. I like the idea of going to Leona Green there on the back one, and just a little bit of a miscue as Green hits that out of bounds. Really, really smart repeat. Nice job by the setter there to go right back to your hitter, give her another chance. Again, and not a perfect connection, but Leona Green so smart up there in finding spots to score with her tips.
She's been so impressive today in the middle, so patient and poised. Leona Green lets it fly, forces him out of system. The Gauchos now run their attack through Johnson, but she can't put it away.
And you got Myers there out of the back row. It's only the second time I think Kansas State has run that, and they found success, so I would look to see them try that a little bit more often.
Shaylee Myers with her 8th kill of the evening. She's had double-digit kills in 3 of her last 4 matches, hitting near 500 during that stretch. A buried strike from Martinez on the right side.
Martinez just got this whip of an arm, and she's been succeeding sharp cross, and this time takes it to the corner. It's a great area of the court to attack. Nicely done.
So many different pieces on this Gaucho team that can hurt you in any given moment. The depth is unreal. And even the role players play like stars in some moments. That's a quick set to the middle. Brenna Schmidt crushes it home.
Great job by the Wildcats getting on the floor there for that pass is Fox, and then Schmidt just taking charge on that swing.
The 6'6" daunting tower in the middle, the senior Brenna Schmidt with the kill. Johnson flicks it in the right direction. Gauchos retake the lead, and with that, it'll bring Kirsten Schmidt to the end line.
Good pass by Ava Travis. Milan Rex finds Johnson in the middle. Nice high set to her, and she can go anywhere.
Bit too strong from Kirsten Schmidt.
Not by much. That's one of those errors you'll take because it's so close and the passer had to think about it.
The balance between getting those serves in and being a little bit more aggressive. Here we are late in the second set after the Gauchos won the first set handily. Ava Travis, smart tool, doesn't try and do too much, just finds hands and flicks it wide.
That was a great set by Rex. She was almost on the other pin and pushed that ball all the way out perfectly. Really nice job.
Milan Rex in her 3rd season with the Gauchos and finally starting to come into her own, what they expected out of the former Virginia Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah, Milan Rex has a really good mind for the game, makes really good decisions, and it's great to see her having a success.
Staying the same. We are back at even. Look at Kansas State just cycling through. Myers on the outside. Shaylee Myers has picked it up a little bit in this second set.
Nice.
Crushed right to the line.
Yeah, I mean, the Gauchos are passing really good. I feel like the last several balls have been right on the setter's head, really giving them the ability to go to anyone at any time. And there's a really good, diverse offense right now, and that just exploded in a kill from Green.
Leona Green utilizing the width of the floor there to bring Ostavar at the controls. Dug up high from Courtney Youngblood. Wildcats on the move. Good communication. Ostavar in system. Travis delivers.
Yeah, the first ball Ostavar gave out to Travis was too low, and Travis made a good decision, and that second one was right in her window, and she's able to crush it. So good patience by the Gauchos in their transition game.
Yeah, let's stay here and talk about it. Now, Travis found herself out of system. I should say maybe out of position there. Had to reset her feet and then immediately got back into the right spot to attack. Finding that kind of recognition in the moment, it doesn't come easily for everybody, but she seems to have a second intuition. 12 kills on the evening for Ava Travis.
Well, she has great feet, so her adjusting is something that she does very, very well, and you saw that in that rally there, making two good decisions, a smart ball back in, and then give yourself another chance, and another chance she got.
Even Travis, I spoke to a few of the coaches heading into this Thunderdome Classic this weekend. Of course, Vanderbilt tomorrow for UCSB and Northern Colorado on Saturday afternoon. A few of these coaches mentioned how Travis is playing at an All-American level right now.
Yeah, I mean, she can just be so explosive and such a phenomenal attacker. And as a coach, she's your #1 priority on your scouting report. That is for sure.
Yeah, I wonder at what point are we going to start talking about the other pieces around Travis that allow her to be freed up, because she might be the #1 piece on that scouting report, but in some cases she could also be a distraction. There are so many other pieces for UC Santa Barbara that have been effective, including Leona Green in the middle.
Yeah, they're moving the ball around really nicely tonight. A lot of people are getting good looks.
And the ace for Ostavar. That's nothing new for Ava Ostavar. The freshman out of Mater Dei High School had, get this, 765 career aces during her high school career.
Wow, that is impressive.
I can hardly count that high.
Well, there's that back row attack, that big ball, and it's a really good decision. The ball's just a little bit inside, and Clinton barely gets over that line, causing the back row attack violation.
Another chance to talk things over. UC Santa Barbara on a 4-0 scoring run. Kansas State just can't seem to find its footing. The Gauchos now walking away with this second set, and the Wildcats need to figure something out here. If you were on the sidelines, what would you be saying to this Wildcat team?
Well, I like the idea of using the back row attack, especially now that Legrand's in the front row. You need more options, and I think that I wouldn't mind if they went right back to it here. Clinton's been one of their hot hitters, and do a repeat play, try the back row.
Well, Jason Mansfield, who's been a part of 7 NCAA Final Fours, now having a word with his Wildcats. He's had stints in Stanford, stints in Washington, now in his 3rd season with Kansas State.
Yeah, he's a West Coast guy, grew up in Northern California, and had so much success at the assistant level. Like, really great to see him owning his own program and doing a really nice job with them. And, he definitely paid his dues to have this opportunity, and he's shining in it.
We talked about how good Texas has been this season, that Texas team in Austin. The biggest win, and maybe the most historical win for Jason Mansfield, was a sweep over #3 Texas in 2023. That put Kansas State on the map, and himself as a head coach on the map as well.
Absolutely.
Well, what did you see there, Coach?
That was a tight ball, and both Leona Green and Ostaver were there, but unfortunately, I think Leona Green got it first, and then it went into Ostaver and over, so it became a back row attack.
All right, so the Wildcats put an end to the scoring run out of the timeout break. Sophie Rivas handles the serve receive. Travis. Myers finds an open space.
Yeah, Myers just looking to the open area, kind of towards the corner. Just having some success to that corner in this match.
Far more effective in the second set. Rivas can't handle on the serve receive, and Kansas State pulls within one.
Nice serve by Legrand there down the line. Really little dropper at the end.
Kirsten Schmidt comes back in after they targeted Rivas twice in a row on the serve. Here's Ava Legrand. Schmidt now handles the serve. Travis rifles up, Leona Green dumps it over, and the Wildcats keep it high. Myers to the line. What a placement. It's tied at 23.
I'm really impressed with Myers. I mean, obviously coming into this, we knew she was really good, but just the variety in her attack and able to find the open spot on the court and doing that while in transition as well.
Shaylee Myers now tying a match-high 12 kills. Out of that timeout break, 4 straight points for Kansas State. They're not going anywhere.
No, they aren't. They are fighting back, and they're really pushing in this stretch. And it's definitely, obviously, we're all tied up, so this set is becoming very interesting.
Sure is, and the Gauchos won that first set 25-16. The second set, a bit more of a fight between Kansas State and UC Santa Barbara. Wildcats came into this evening 4-0 and had not lost a set all season long. 4 different sweeps for Kansas State, but it's the first time the Wildcats have been on the road this season, and it was a long road trip to get here, 28 hours of travel. Normally Kansas State flies out of Manhattan. Instead, on this trip, they drove 2 hours south to Wichita. Then their flight was delayed another 2 hours. And then they missed a connector in Denver, had to stay the night. So the next day, woke up at 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., split the team in 2, flew into San Francisco, and took one more connector to Santa Barbara. 28 hours of travel, and luckily for the Wildcats, they were well prepared, and they wanted to travel a day early, so no game yesterday.
They had that extra day. Who knew that they really were going to need it?
Kansas State coming back in the second set here.
Nice.
Buried through, Leona Green sends us to set point.
Great answer out of the timeout. Youngblood with a perfect pass. Great decision on the back one by Ostavar.
Ava Travis at the line, looking to put it away here. Caught hands, it stays with the Cats. UC Santa Barbara wins a tough second set. We're headed to the third, and the Gauchos on top 2-0.
Great setup there by Schmidt. Leona Green closes, and they close them out.
More to come live from Santa Barbara. We'll be back right after these messages.
The road to the 2024 Men's Volleyball National Championship runs through the Big West. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship, April 18th through the 20th on the campus of the University of Hawaii. Catch America's premier men's volleyball conference in a battle for an automatic berth into the NCAA tournament. Visit bigwest.org for more information.
Hey guys, there's something I want to talk to you about. There's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes. Isn't that where the dog beds go?
Yeah.
And no matter how perfect things are now, and you don't want them to change,
It'll be fine.
yeah, that's all I'm saying. I told you it'd be fine.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
The Cottage Health app is now available. Schedule appointments, view lab results, connect with your care team, and more. Download the app on Google Play or the App Store.
The road to the 2024 Men's Volleyball National Championship runs through the Big West. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship, April 18th through the 20th on the campus of the University of Hawaii. Catch America's premier men's volleyball conference in a battle for an automatic berth into the NCAA tournament. Visit bigwest.org for more information.
Santa Barbara Airbus, 35-year sponsor of UCSB Athletics and official transportation partner of UC Santa Barbara Gauchos, is pleased to be your transportation connection between LAX and Santa Barbara. We also offer for hire private charter services that can accommodate any size group. We offer a modern fleet of motor coaches to get you to your destination safely and comfortably. Santa Barbara Airbus. Call us or visit our website today.
It's easy to play it safe, but that's not our story. Only the bold. It's our mission. A call for risk takers and change makers to shine. In the classroom, in the community, and in competition. Bold is our past, our future, our passion. Bold is the next level. The Big West, only the bold.
Well, it's been a Santa Barbara delight this evening here in the Thunderdome. Initial game of the Thunderdome Classic, and UC Santa Barbara has handled Kansas State thus far 2-0, headed to the third along with Coach Nicole Lane. Team Welch, I'm Max Kelton. Coach Welch, it's been an impressive showing from UC Santa Barbara in their home opener. Gauchos took that first set handily. Second set a little tougher, and Kansas State showed a little fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great match so far. You love seeing Kansas State come back and battle when they were down in that second and put the pressure on the Gauchos, who in turn had to step it up and make a couple plays at the end to take that set. That last set, I mean, both teams are hitting in the 300s, and it's been fun to watch the offense on here. So it's going to be interesting in this third set to see what defensive adjustments both teams make.
The stars have emerged offensively for both sides. Shaylee Myers and Ava Travis with 12 kills apiece, each hitting .333 this evening. On the other hand, Leona Green in the middle for the Gauchos, a 700 clip.
Only Leona Green, but Jordan Johnson's also hitting .625. They are getting production out of that middle area.
And this is a defense for Kansas State that allowed just an 8 hit percentage heading into this match, and the Gauchos hitting 35% offensively. First point for UCSB in this third set, and picking up right where they left off after that timeout break. Milan Rex. Reagan Fox, and Youngblood digs it high.
Nice set.
Unbelievable passing to a T, and the Gauchos earn another kill.
Rex put that ball up on a platter. What a great ball.
Set the table. Kirsten Schmidt was hungry for it.
She certainly was.
Ava LeGrand backdoor.
Myers taking advantage of being one-on-one over there on the right side, tipping that right off the block of Schmidt.
You know, it's interesting to think about home court advantage. For a lot of these young players who are in their first home match with the Gauchos, you got to imagine that it's been far more tough for them through the first stretch of the season, playing everything on the road.
Yeah, it's nice to be home. I mean, the students aren't back yet at UCSB. Classes don't start for another couple of weeks, but you've got some local crowd here, and I hear some student athletes in the stands.
It is a fun atmosphere when everybody's back on campus, and of course that's when conference play starts. That's when the Gauchos truly need their fans. Oh, what a roof from Jordan Johnson. She ain't playing like a first year.
That was a great setup block by McDermott. Jordan Johnson just gets her hands over. And Clinton went for a different shot. She went for a seam low ball, and she got it sent back fast.
Nearly earned the ace. Here comes the free ball. Milan Rex, Johnson.
Really nice turn by Johnson. She does this nice cut back across her body swing to find the opening.
Gauchos out to an early lead in the third. Kirsten Schmidt can't sneak it over, hits the tape. Side out for Kansas State. Remember, the Wildcats came into today having not lost a set. So you have to imagine that now is when you really see who this team is. What identity comes out when you start to trail for the first time this season.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Johnson there just with another kill from a different spot, a back one. I'm really, really impressed with her potential, and she's already being such an impact player.
Came into today hitting .475 during this freshman season. Tonight, a .600 hit clip for Jordan Johnson.
Servin's getting a little bit sloppy for the Gauchos. The last two misses were by a lot, so they just need to hone that in a little bit to keep this pressure on the Wildcats instead of handing it back over.
Milan Rex back to McDermott. Patience is key. Gauchos take another.
Really nice off speed. McDermott was almost slightly coming down, and she just does a really nice job of a slow tip right in the open area between two defenders.
I don't know if you can even call that a yellow light swing. She's just placing it where it needs to be. Ostavar with the knuckleball over the net. Myers!
Yeah, really nice back row attack. I'd like to see the Wildcats use their back row attack more. They've had two big swings out of it, one just near miss, and I think that's a really nice run by the Wildcat offense.
Shaylee Myers with a spark of lightning. Travis, a little electricity out of the right side for UCSB.
I think she's hitting 1,000 on the right side in row one there. Row four, whichever it is, but man, she's been effective on the right side. Not that she hasn't been effective on the left, but she's been automatic on the right.
It does feel like everything is going right for Ava Travis. Schmidt rolls it over. Ava LeGrand, Myers, popped up by Youngblood.
Yeah, that's a double. So Leanna Green turned and sent that ball over with her hands, and the rules now are you can double the ball if it stays on your own side, but she sent that one across, and it hit her fingers separately. So that's a good call. Tony Chan's on it.
The side out for Kansas State. Tony Chan, the up ref for this match tonight. Travis pops it high in the rover. Gabby Martinez flies in for another kill.
Yeah, Martinez, who's had most of her success in the cross court in this match, turns this one into a little bit of like a second line area, and really nicely done.
Now Leona Green.
Nice set. That's a great set by LeGrand. Myers with the tool off the block. Really good look on the offense for the Wildcats.
Myers playing a physical brand. That's kill number 15 for her this evening. Travis comes back for a kill of her own.
Travis on the big, gets high hands coming out of the back row there. Good choice by Ostovar to get her involved in the back row.
Looking so comfortable. Brings Milan Rex to the service line for UC Santa Barbara, and a 4-point lead in this third set of action. Youngblood pops it to the middle.
Oops.
Out of reach of Schmidt, just a little bit off timing.
Yeah, Rex was a little bit tight from that dig, and she was just up there reaching and sent the set a little bit higher than what was expected.
Myers rifles it over. Gauchos pop it up.
Nice
Schmidt.
set. Schmidt with the kill off of a Youngblood set in transition. Really good, well-located ball across her body. That's a great spot for Schmidt.
Having a libero that's that versatile, it changes the dynamic.
Yeah, Courtney's done a little bit of setting in her time, so she likes to break out the hands, and she's very good at it.
Youngblood cannot track it down. Full extension on a ball that seemingly was out of the park.
Yeah, and Clinton gets back on track, going back to her high hand shot for an effective kill.
Haven't seen much of Anaya Clinton since the first set of action. It's been primarily Shaylee Myers offensively for Kansas State.
Yep.
Ava Travis with another kill on the line. Just sneaking it home, doing a nice job to color inside the lines for UC Santa Barbara. That's kill number 15 for Travis, a team high. And a tough set right there, which leads to an inaccurate attack.
Yeah, that was a tough ball, and that's when you just want to kind of trying to find a good spot in the court and recycle it, get another chance for your team to play defense.
Courtney Youngblood remains at the line. Youngblood, Ava Travis, in the hands and denied. The block from Reagan Fox and Brenna Schmidt.
Fox.
Maybe that's the momentum lifter.
Absolutely. Fox sets this block up well, and then Schmidt takes care of business, closing to her right side. Really nicely done. They do need this momentum. It gives them a little bit of jolt. Let's see what they can do out of it.
Simone Sims. Leona Green.
Yeah, you know, Sims has that great serve, but Courtney Youngblood puts up a beautiful pass on a tough ball, and the Gauchos are able to run middle again.
Point away from the media timeout break. Ava Ostovar. And another ace for Ostovar. The freshman is feeling comfortable. Ostovar with 2 aces in her Thunderdome debut. More to come as the Gauchos are in search of the sweep. Stay with us, live from Santa Barbara.
The Cottage Health app is now available. Schedule appointments, view lab results, connect with your care team, and more. Download the app on Google Play or the App Store.
Her third straight match, and Ostavar has her third ace of the evening.
She's on fire with her serve.
Eva Ostavar sending screwball after screwball. Leona Green out.
Anna Boatner coming in here for Leona Green.
Yeah, Boatner, the Keller, Texas native, a 6'5" redshirt freshman, middle frame. Nia Clinton will get us back into rhythm. Ava Travis straight through the crease.
Automatic on the right side tonight.
So much physicality, so much power here. Ostavar puts it on a dot.
Absolutely, nicely done.
Kansas State can't shut that block.
If they're giving her a little bit of space, and Travis is finding it.
Sophie Rivas in for Kirsten Schmidt. Travis. Myers had to reach back for it. Gabby Martinez. Lit up. Gauchos keep it. And the kill in the middle for Boatner.
Boatner with the soft finesse kill right over the block into the donut.
Not what you expect to see from such a big middle.
That's why I chuckled. I thought she was going to crush it, and she tipped it. But she got the point, so it's all good.
Sometimes a little touch and feel is all you need. Boatner with her first kill of the evening. Swung to the outside, and Brenna Schmidt ties the knot. New setter in for Kansas State as well.
And they find success on that slide again, but I think Schmidt's run a few of those in this match.
It's Lauren Latham who's running the offense here. Boatner's denied in the middle. Cadence Lundgren sends it back.
That was a nice pass by Bianca Nistor, who just also checked in for the Gauchos. Perfect ball. But really good dive move on the blocking side for the Wildcats.
Sophie Rivas picked up well by Sims. Back to Rivas. Sims another dig. Myers into high hands, a diving stab from Ostavar. Gabby Martinez rolls it over, and Sims covers ground again. Youngblood gets there in time. Martinez, shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, you got to shout out all the defense in this rally, including that last dig by Youngblood that set up this Martinez kill. But both sides of the court, going all over the court, making plays to keep the ball alive. That was a fun rally.
Gabby Martinez with a tremendous strike on the right side, showing flashes of greatness. Primarily a second unit in for UC Santa Barbara.
Sandy Thomas is coming in on the middle, just has to take off her necklace first. Sure, the Gauchos are going to get a delay for this. And there it is.
We live and we learn. We move on. It's late in the third set. Matt Jones can't be too pleased, but his team is in the lead. Nice kill in the middle. How about Lauren Latham, a little misdirection.
Yeah, Latham there was super aggressive. She is a lefty, and so that's very natural for her, but I love how aggressive she went after that throw.
Now Latham to the line. Ostavar. Back to Martinez. Another money shot.
And again, a great pass from Youngblood. Ostavar gets Gabby Martinez the one-on-one. And you have Petkovic coming in on the front row on the right side here. Lefty from Serbia. The first action of the match tonight.
His coaching staff is really high on Petkovic and what she can do. See if they get her involved immediately. Sophie Rivas into hands. Another big block on the right side for Kansas State. Cadence Lundgren, Shaylee Myers close the window.
Yeah, Lundgren with a nice block there. Good close to her pin. Over strong.
Low set gives the Gauchos a run. Back to Rivas this time. Cross angle swing is money.
Yeah, I like the repeat. Youngblood, I think, set 2 balls in a row there, and she got her a great look, and Rivas went sharp cross court.
Rivas the rover. McDermott cannot close it out. Another big block for Kansas State. I will say that the block has been very impressive for the Wildcats. They're moving pin to pin. They're shutting the window well.
Yeah, Lundgren's done a nice job. She's working hard pin to pin there, and she got over and close to the right side on that one.
Certainly earning her playing time at that. Milan Rex to Ava Travis, who can't poke it through. Rex looks the same way again. 2 for $1, coach.
That's a tough set to make. Milan's facing the net. She takes that over her shoulder. Really good ball there. And McDermott just takes care of business. Wait, that was Travis? My bad, Travis.
Well, 2 points away from finishing it off. Boatner, solo, middle, match point.
That's disciplined play. She held with her middle. Gets her hands over. Nicely done by the redshirt freshman.
The youth has come out to play. Here's Youngblood.
Oh, almost.
Kansas State keeps it alive as Reagan Fox earns another kill.
Fox pinballs that one in. Boatner on the other side now worked pin to pin to get her hands up involved in both of those blocks. But Fox with the last word.
The quick Fox, I'll tell you that much. All right, here's Sims. Match point for the Gauchos. Travis off balance, but it goes. UC Santa Barbara sweeps Kansas State to open the Thunderdome Classic. Wildcats unbeaten no more.
Yeah, it's a really good win for UCSB. They got tested in that second set, but overall they were just really in sync with their offense all night tonight, and they gave K-State a lot of problems, serving tough and starting to defend them really well.
For a team that prides itself on its defensive efficiency, In Kansas State, the Gauchos had their way offensively. A 352 hit clip. One of the more impressive numbers that we'll see against Kansas State this season.
Yeah, and they got offense from all areas. Obviously, Ava Travis has a big match, but you had offense coming from the right pin, from both middle. All the middles were super efficient, and also from Schmidt as well. So you had such good balance across the board with their offense.
All four of the top hitters for UC Santa Barbara hitting well over 400, including Travis, who had 18 kills. Leona Green with 10 herself. Shaylee Myers led the charge for Kansas State. Maybe the best night offensively for any Wildcat. She had 15 kills on a 333 clip. But the Gauchos took this one without much of a contest, especially in the first and third. That second set, well, it was tight. UC Santa Barbara would pull away and find the victory. This was just an impressive home showing for UC Santa Barbara. Coach, your takeaways from this one?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to take care of your home court, and I thought the Gauchos looked sharp and responded when they needed to, and exciting for what's to come for the Gauchos.
Yeah, and this Gaucho team, I think, just looked comfortable and composed. You know, I saw the fight out of Kansas State. There's some really talented players for the Wildcats, and of course it's their first road trip, coming off a long travel day that maybe was twice as long as expected, and UC Santa Barbara took advantage of it.
Well, Kansas State will respond. I mean, they have a lot of great players and athletes and experience on their team, so they're going to take this and they're going to learn from it, right? It's new territory for them this season, but they're seasoned enough and old enough players on the team that they're going to respond nicely.
Well, some of the best moments from tonight's action, UC Santa Barbara just took care of business. The Gauchos beat Kansas State with the victory. Shaylee Myers led the way for Kansas State in the dark jerseys with 15 kills, but UC Santa Barbara would come away with the victory, and Ava Travis looked as good as ever, 18 kills to win the match. So for our championship team, live from Santa Barbara, we'll see you back tomorrow. Vanderbilt is in town. The first-year program takes on UC Santa Barbara at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, for Coach Nicole Lane-Tain-Welch and our championship crew, I'm Max Kelton saying so long from the Thunderdome, where the final tonight, a 3-set sweep for UCSB over Kansas State. These matches are archived on ESPN app, and this is a presentation of ESPN. Good evening and good night.